Welcome back, everyone. I just want to get started right away here. Last lesson we were talking about adding and subtracting with equations. Let's do the other stuff, the multiplication and division with equations. And let's say Sarah has 20 apples, and she's going to share these apples among her 5 friends. And I want you to write an equation to represent how many apples each friend gets. So we can use a symbol again, and this time let's say a diamond shape to represent the number of apples each friend gets. Remember, we don't know that answer. We're trying to find out what each friend is going to get. So we know that the total number of apples divided by the number of apples each friend gets is going to equal the number of friends. So since there are 20 apples in total, we know that, right? It was told to us Sarah has 20 apples. We know there's 5 friends, but we don't know the number that each friend is going to get. So we can write an equation of 20 divided by diamond, for what we don't know, equals 5. So here are 3 ways you could solve this equation. We could use counters. So remember, the total number of apples is 20 and there's 5 friends. So I'm going to use my counters and divide them into 5 equal groups. So, there's one group. There's another group. Move that over here. Okay, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 groups. Add one more to each. All right, so here I have 1 group, 2 groups, 3 groups, 4 groups, 5 groups, and in each group we have 4 apples. So in a sense, we can find out that each friend is going to receive 4 apples. Our second way to solve this equation is to draw a picture. So we can use something called grid paper, and maybe we can draw an array of 20 squares with 5 squares in each row. So I have some grid paper here. Okay, so we're going to draw 5 across, because there's 5 friends. And now if I go down one row, that's how many squares? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Remember, that's only 5 apples. I need more than that. So I have 20 apples. So let's go down one more. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Still not quite enough. In fact, it's half of what we need, so I can go down another 2 rows because I know that 10 plus 10 is 20, so 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. You don't have to write these numbers in, it's just easier for you to see what I'm counting. So I'm going to close this up. There's my 20 apples. How many rows are there? So each friend is going to get that many apples. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 4 apples going to each friend. Okay, third method, we could use just something called mental math. And so we had our formula of 20 divided by the diamond equals 5. So remember, the 20 is the number of apples. The 5 represents how many friends she has, and the 4 is what we don't know. It's how many apples each friend gets. So this is the division question. So maybe what I can do is I can relate it to a multiplication question. Just like addition and subtraction are kind of related, multiplication and division are related. And so what I need to do here is say to myself, something's going to equal 20. That's the total number. I have 5 friends, and I'm going to multiply it by something, the number of apples, to get the 20 apples. So friends times the number of apples equals the total apples. Well, 5 times something is 20. And I got to know my multiplication facts here, or I can count on my fingers, but the answer is 5 times 4 is 20. So I can use mental math by changing it into a multiplication question, so I can answer the question. I'm going to get you to try this one. Using one of the 3 methods that we just looked at, counters, drawing a picture, or using mental math, I'd like you to answer this question. Alexander has 11 teammates on his hockey team. Each player, including Alexander, has 3 hockey sticks. Write an equation to represent how many sticks Alexander and his teammates have altogether, and then solve the equation. So I'm going to get you to pause right there and see if you can come up with an answer. Okay, to start, we can have using mental math. So we know that there's 12 players. I kind of trying to trick you there because Alexander has 11 teammates. I said each player, including Alexander. Well, there's 11 players plus Alexander, and that's 12. So 12 players, 12 teammates, and they each have 3 hockey sticks. We don't know how much they have all together. So we could have a symbol, maybe a hockey stick. Okay, here's a hockey stick. That will be our symbol. So we know there's 12 players, and we're going to multiply by 3 to find out the number of hockey sticks. And so if you don't know 12 times 3, because you don't have that going for you, if you know 3 times 10, add 2 more groups of 6, that will work. But the answer is 36. 36. So another way we could do this is say to ourselves, something divided by 3 equals 12. And that's the same answer. So the answer is 36 hockey sticks altogether. I don't have grid paper here, but if you did have grid paper, you could go across 12 columns and then go down 3 rows, and you could, whatever boxes are in here, you could count up all the boxes, and you will discover that there are 36. So that might have been the easier method to do it. If you were to use counters, you don't know how many you have altogether. You would just had to have made either 12 groups of 3 or 3. Probably easier to do that. 3 groups of 12. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. You could do that and then add them all up, and that would get you your 36 hockey sticks altogether. So as you can see here, using equations can help us solve multiplication and division questions, which do come up every day. So please remember, in life, math happens. Take care.